So, welcome friends, me Anila. The topic of my discussion is about soap. But before this, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and press bell icon. Friends, in this video, I will tell you about soap, how soap is formed and what is the function of soap and what is the meaning of amphipathic nature. Fats, triglycerides. First of all, what are triglycerides? These are fats consisting of glycerol and fatty acids. What is glycerol? Glycerol is a 3-carbon compound and 3 hydroxylic groups. So glycerol react with 3 fatty acids. For example, fatty acids are long chain carbon compound containing carboxylic group. So glycerol and fatty acids react to form triglycerides, that is fats. For the formation of soap, fat reacts with alkali, means sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide, which is an alkali. When fats react with alkali, so it forms glycerol and soap. What is glycerol? As I have tell you earlier, the compound consisting of 3 carbon and 3 hydroxylic groups. And soap, sodium or potassium salts of fatty acids. So what is soap? It is sodium or potassium salts of fatty acids. This process is called saponification. Triglycerides react with alkali to form glycerol and soap. What are soaps? These are sodium. If we use sodium hydroxide, salt is sodium salt of fatty acid. If we use potassium hydroxide, the salt is potassium salt of fatty acids. This reaction is called saponification reaction. For example, if stearin a triglyceride, as I have already discussed earlier, triglycerides are made up of glycerol and fatty acids. Here the triglyceride is stearin. It means it is formed by glycerol and stearic acid, that is fatty acid. When this triglyceride reacts with alkali, that is sodium hydroxide, glycerol and sodium stearate soap is formed. Glycerol, the 3-carbon compound containing 3 hydroxylic groups, and sodium stearate. Sodium stearate is a common soap which is formed. This reaction is saponification reaction. So here is the equation of the reaction. C57H110O6 is the structure of stearin, that is triglyceride, plus 3 NaOH. NaOH is an alkali. Three NaOH molecules are there. It reacts with fat to form C3H8O3, that is glycerol, plus 3 C17H35COONA, sodium stearate, that is soap. So stearin reacts with alkali to form glycerol and soap, that is sodium stearate. You can easily write means triglyceride plus alkali gives us glycerol plus soap. Now, what means amphipathic? Amphipathic means if a substance is both hydrophilic and hydrophobic. If the substance has both parts, it is called amphipathic. In case of soap, oxygen and sodium part is hydrophilic part, while the remaining part are hydrophobic part. Amphipathic nature of soap means it has both hydrophilic and hydrophobic part. First of all, what is hydrophilic means? Hydrophilic means water loving, or the substance that is attracted to water. Hydrophilic substances are generally polar. They have partial negative and partial positive separation of charges. So hydrophilic substances are polar, that is water loving. For example, salt, sugar, ethanol, vinegar. In salt, for example, sodium hydroxide, sodium and sodium and chloride. Sorry, table salt, sodium chloride. This is hydrophilic. That means it has positive part and negative part. It is polar, so it is hydrophilic. Sugars are also hydrophilic because sugar contain polar groups, hydroxyl groups. Similarly, ethanol is also hydrophilic because of OH group present. Vinegar is also hydrophilic because the vinegar is acetic acid. So carboxylic group is also polar in acetic acid. Now what is hydrophobic? Hydrophobic means water hating or resistant to water. For example, oil, fats, these are hydrophobic in nature. For example, if you mix oil with water, two separate layers of oil and water are formed. Hydrophobic compounds are mostly nonpolar. There is no separation of charges. So hydrophilic are water loving and hydrophobic are water hating. Soap is amphipathic, that means it has both parts. As I have discussed earlier, the structure of soap, it has hydrophilic part as well as hydrophobic parts. When we wash our hands with soap, the hydrophobic tail sticks to oil and dirt and hydrophilic head stays in the water. This forms the structure called micelle. So when we wash our hand with soap, because oil and dirt are present in our hands, so the hydrophobic tail, that is water hating part, it attaches with oil and dirt, and hydrophilic head, that is sodium and oxygen polar head, stays in the water. This forms the structure called micelle. In micelle, dirt is trapped inside and washed away with water. So, dirt is trapped inside in the hydrophobic part, and when we wash it with water, the dirt or oil is removed from the hand. In this way, soap has amphipathic nature, that is hydrophilic and hydrophobic nature. Friends, if you have any question, you can ask me on comments. I can help you. Thanks.